Peace on earth and goodwill to all men. I'll say that again. Peace on earth and goodwill to all men. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to people being peaceful and having goodwill on earth to all men? Well, we have people, now, and to me, protesting does not really achieve anything. Not in the way that these people are protesting. We have more of these people that call themselves, government. Now they've took on this decision. More of them have took on this decision to bomb innocent people and their properties in the Middle East. And they, say that this is the only way that we can solve these problems, these world problems, right? And it's not. Violence begets violence, hatred begets hatred. Violence begets violence, and hatred begets hatred. Some black guy said that, and they killed him. We have to think about doing things differently than what we're doing. We can no longer carry on on this planet doing what we're doing. It's creating more and more problems. So back to the protests. They're protesting here, they're protesting there, they're begging, please stop this, please stop this. And they go ahead and, do it anyway. They do what you ask them not to do. Well, let me ask you this question. If you are paying for a service that you no longer want, if you're paying for a service that you no longer want, do you carry on paying for it? Do you carry on paying for a service that you no longer want? No, you don't. You say, I'm done with this. You're doing such a crap job. I don't like what you're doing. All the way you're doing it, I'm not paying. So, why pay? Why pay for murder and destruction, suffering, and also a backlash from that? Why pay for it? I think back to, some things in the past. Whatever happened to Richard Haddock, I think his name was, from the Farmers for Action? People like that. Do you remember? They're in the UK. I mean, the French, the French lorry drivers and farmers, they do things, kind of right. But do you remember the petrol protests, the gasoline protests in the UK back in 2000? The fuel protests. It was September 2000. You can Google it. Google, what did I Google? Fuel protests. September 2000, UK. It'll pull it up. Here you had farmers and lorry drivers and taxi drivers armed with just their cell phones. And because of rising gas prices, petrol prices, they took to the roads and they the major highways, and they drove slow in their vehicles, and they picketed or blockaded gas refineries. And I think it was like a whole of like 2 weeks or something like that. And they stopped because the whole country came, the whole of the UK more or less came to a standstill. And yeah, I mean, just going and standing with the sign, outside the House of Parliaments, House of Lords, or the White House, or Capitol Hill, the Capitol building. Does it bring attention to the problem? Sure, it brings attention to the problem, and people are going to be with you, right? But doesn't solve the problem, because fear and panic has got the better of the majority of people. Yet the majority of people keep running to the same people that are creating the fear and the panic. And there lies the problem. There lies the problem, the fear and the panic. People fear, well, if we didn't have these people doing this for us, the whole, country, or, my whole community, or whatever it be, in fear and more fear and panic. No, it's not true. It's not true. These people are not around when you go out and conduct your everyday life. You go to supermarkets, big supermarkets, and there are hundreds of people in there. Unless it's Black Friday, which is created for fear and panic. There's no fear and panic. The majority of people are courteous, and, they follow the rules, and they go around and, apologize if they accidentally knock into someone. There's going to be the odd incidents, but to create mass fear and panic, it's not good. So we have to change things the way that things are. Can't carry on like this. And I know this has been going on a long time, throughout history. It's been going on a long time. First of all, I guess it was religion, and then through monarchy, and now we have dictators in certain countries, and we have this so-called government in certain countries. But it's still carrying on. So it's problematic. It's problematic, very problematic. So I'm gonna end this video with a song, and hope it rings home to everybody. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas, I hope you have fun, the near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fears. War is over if you want it. War is over over now. War is over, if you want it, people.